Hi, let's talk about the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act (EECA). Continue talking about this new act for Malaysia. The act that is supposed to be one of the catalysts of the energy efficiency industry, especially where it will involve the large energy consumers. Okay, and to support these consumers, you need to have other support services such as energy auditing and also more critical role to be played by the registered energy manager. Okay, and then there's a requirement on conducting energy audit by the registered energy auditor. Okay, so REA, okay, and also REM. Yeah, if I one of the potential people that will involve in this EECA, okay, what would I do now? Okay, what would I do now? From now, because since the act was passed, quite numbers of people asking me when this act will be gazetted, right, and when this act will be enforced, okay, when all that, okay. I think it doesn't matter. All right, if you are one of the parties that will involved. For example, if you are now one of the potentially affected energy consumers, you have your facilities, right, which will require subsequently a full-time in-house energy manager or in-house registered energy manager. All right, so what I need to do now? Under the act, under Part 3. There'll be a requirement for the affected for energy consumers, right, to have the energy management system, and then they must appoint the registered energy manager in-house, no longer external energy manager, and then there's a requirement for them to submit the energy efficiency and conservation reports, every year. And also a requirement to conduct energy audit, okay, every 5 years, okay, by the registered energy auditor. So I think subsequently the act will be enforced, right? Of course, there will be some kind of transition period, but the most important thing for me, if you are one of these parties involved as the energy consumers, you are energy manager, for example, right? Will become the REM registered energy manager, or you will become the REA registered energy auditor. Will conduct the energy audit. What we need to prepare now is prepare ourselves. Alright, you need to start to do something to prepare yourself. Alright, for example, if you are the registered energy consumer, if you are the affected energy consumers, do you have energy management system? Okay. If you don't have yet, how to get yourself prepared for that, okay? You need to have somebody in the company, to learn on how to develop and implement energy management system. If you don't have yet, any energy manager, registered energy manager, somebody will be registered as energy manager. You need to build the capacity now, to select the right personnel, right, and then to go for the right training, get them certified. Currently, okay, I was told by Energy Commission, the current registered electrical energy managers or REMs will be qualified as the Type 1 energy manager for electrical under the new act, because the new act will cover electrical and thermal energy. So there will be two types of registered energy manager: Type 1 for electrical, and Type 2 will be for electrical and thermal. Okay, at least to become Type 2, you have to, for these two, Type 1 and Type 2, for under new act, will be different requirement. There'll be mandatory courses to be attended. There'll be mandatory national level exam to be gone through by the candidates. But for the transition period, right, the current REMs, I was told, will be somehow converted into Type 1. So if you are the consumer, you don't have that in-house, REM yet now. Okay, so you have to think about how to prepare yourself in order for you to have one later, at least registered energy manager for your plant, for your facility, for your building. because the new act require in-house registered energy manager, no longer external. That one thing, okay? As a consumers, you have to get somebody, okay? You have to learn, you have to prepare, all right? If you don't have energy management system yet, you have to find a way how to get it now, how to develop one now. Okay, if you don't have any in-house energy manager yet, try to find the candidates now. Alright, there'll be a requirement. Okay, if I'm the so-called now currently I say I'm RIM, alright, I'm RIM, right? So at least as a RIM, I'll be the one that if you read the act, right? You shall ensure the consumer to have the energy management system. That first, because that also the energy management system description will be a part of the requirement in the energy efficiency and conservation report that should be submitted yearly. So if I'm the energy manager now, at least I need to learn. If I don't have any idea what's energy management system all about, if you just have a very surface knowledge on that, I need to get the knowledge now, not just knowledge, the know-how on how to develop and implement energy management system. Alright, but even though the guidelines for energy management system by Energy Commission not being published yet, but I do believe, if you're talking about energy management system, you can't be that much different compared to any best practices currently, standard or best practice. For example, ISO 2001, IMAS, ASEAN Energy Management Scheme, and all that. It shouldn't be that much different. Even ISO, the management system under ISO, all have the same components. Environment, safety, quality, energy, all have the same component, PDCA cycle. So if I'm the energy manager, alright, I have to learn how to develop the energy and the implement energy management system. And then, I need to know also some knowledge. I need to have somehow not just a knowledge, deep knowledge about what's the energy audit all about. Because let's say I'm being engaged in the house energy manager. I need to make sure energy audit conducted by the registered energy auditor to be conducted accordingly. Alright? So for me, yeah, that's one thing. If you're energy manager, if you want to become energy auditor, there'll be new competency, right? If you are not energy auditor, there'll be new competency. There'll be a requirement, mandatory requirement to conduct energy auditor, to conduct energy audit. So you have to learn properly how to conduct energy audit based on the best practice such as standard ASHRAE or even ISO 2002. Alright, so this is the requirement. So for me, instead of asking, right, when the act will be out and all that, alright, it's better for us to get ourselves prepared. Whichever that area that we may have to play the role, significantly. Energy consumer, energy manager, energy auditor, alright. So whichever you pick, if you choose to become, right? If you are the energy consumer, of course you need to have the knowledge, about energy management system, energy audit itself, because your plant will have to conduct energy audit. If you are the energy manager, you need to know what is energy management system. Learn, okay? Go for training now and all that. If you are energy auditor, equip yourself. When the time comes, can be certified as the registered energy auditor. Okay, for me, for this point, I do believe, right, during my experience, enforcing the efficient management of electrical energy regulation in 2008, in 2009 and 2010, alright. So there'll be a transition period where the regulator won't be that strict yet, alright. Okay, so instead of keep asking when, I think it's better for us, alright, whoever we are, consumers, internal energy manager or energy auditor, get ourselves prepared. That should be, I think, the best thing to do now. Alright, so get ourselves prepared, and then that's exactly the way how we can make the act later effective. Okay, so we need to increase, the quality of our delivery as energy manager and also energy auditor, because later all this will become the regulated item in the law. Okay, the whole idea of the act is to ensure Malaysia can achieve, right, will contribute. This act should be able to contribute to achieve the net zero, by 2050, net zero. Alright, reduce GHG emission to achieve net zero. Alright, so again, okay, for me, the best thing to do now, basically, is to get ourselves prepared. Okay, the law will be enforced anyway. Okay, maybe 1 year transition, 2 year, 3 year. I would say maximum 3 year transition before the regulator right? Start to make it, more strict. Because again, one more thing, if you manage energy efficiently now, systematically, who get the benefit first? Not the government, not the regulator, but you. Okay, now better to put our effort and time to prepare instead of just keep asking. Okay, what, when. So it will come anyway. Okay, so see you in the next video.